be reviewing the biggest LEGO Star Wars buildable figure set. It is set number 75532, Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike. It's ages 10 to 14, comes with 452 pieces, it retails for $50 in the US during the summer of 2017. Now let's push the Speeder Bike off to the side for a second to take a look at the box, and obviously with it being the biggest CCBS Star Wars set, it's gotta have the biggest box. It's really cool. So we have the Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike. You already guys know the details, the set, I already just explained that. But yeah, we have the Scout Trooper. Obviously, this is from Episode 6 on Endor, and then you see Luke Skywalker in the background. Probably, I think it looks like he's wearing the Resistance or the Rebel armor or whatever they had for the movie. And the Ewok Village briefly. Very cool. On the bottom right, you can see how you hold the Speeder Bike with the Scout Trooper on it. We'll get into more into that later. We have the Buildable Figures logo on the bottom left there. Pretty cool. Make sure I'm not trying to miss anything else, but really cool box art. Really like this. On the top, we have the actual size of the Scout Trooper helmet. And on the side, just like most of the other Star Wars sets for the buildable figures, is that they have the figure posing. That's pretty cool. In the back, we have the play features. We'll get into that a little bit later, but it's pretty cool. And then we have the length and width of excuse me, I can't freaking speak. The Scout Trooper and the Speeder Bike. So the Speeder Bike is, for its length, it's 42.5 centimeters or 16.7 inches long, and for the height of the Scout Trooper is 23.5 centimeters or 9.2 inches tall. So there you go. That's pretty much it for the box. Now let's take a look at the Speeder Bike itself. So here we have it, the Scout Trooper and the Speeder Bike. I just want to look at the Scout Trooper for like a brief moment. There's nothing too much to him. He's basically have like the same build as any other trooper from the line, but the helmet mold is amazing. You can get some good range of posability with his helmet or his head, unlike the Stormtrooper, who really can move, but you can have his head face up where it kind of exposes. There's a little gap inside of there and also in the back, but that's not too big of an issue. But this guy is really cool. I do like these pieces. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I know they were in some of the Rogue One sets. Very cool. I like that a lot. I don't think he has any more like kind of new pieces or recolor. The chest printing is really cool also, but I just love the detail that went into the Scout Trooper helmet. You can see that's the tiniest bit that'll do that. The K2SO is probably one of my favorite with detail, as it went above and beyond for that. But he's got like little pockets on his calves right here, which these were new pieces at the time for last year. Very cool. You know, they have little bag pieces. Boba Fett kind of has this similar also. You kind of compose these around too. There's just like a side build that wraps around his back. So that's very interesting. Kind of looks like he has more, I guess he can carry more. For a weapon, which he does have, he has a little handgun, or whoever else wants to call it differently. I just call it the handgun because it's really a small but really interesting build, I would say. Very simple. But yeah, you have it on the left side of his leg, or excuse me, right side of his leg. Very cool. So you have these pieces that you can have the part of the axle sticking out. Just put it right there, or you can have him hold it, pose around with it. I know a lot of people like to do this with the Scout Trooper. Very cool. And trying to think what else. No, that's pretty much it for him. He's really cool. I like him. Very straightforward with the figure. I like that. So yeah. Now we can take a look at the Speeder Bike. I'll put the Scout Trooper on in a moment, but this thing is pretty awesome. This is mainly, I would say, right away, it's more of a Technic set, obviously. So you're using a bunch of the Technic pieces and everything else, which, you know, it's a combination with the CCBS stuff and Bionicle pieces back then. It's always been like this with vehicle sets also. So if you buy the set, you're kind of buying yourself a Technic set also. It's not very difficult to build. I know a couple people had a hard time kind of building it at some points, but it's really, I had a lot of fun building it, and it didn't take me too long. Sometimes it takes people who are not really experienced with Technic not too long, and I'm not myself. I barely buy any Technic sets. I've only bought a few, but the build was, I just really liked it. It was a lot of fun. It was different. So I had to build the Scout Trooper first, obviously, and that was like, all right, pretty straightforward. I've always done this before, but the Speeder Bike, and he just fell, the Scout Trooper, rip. But the Speeder Bike was just a different build. I really like it. We got quite a few stickers here in the front, if you can see it. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know exactly, it's just detail for the bike. Obviously, you got two of them all on the same side. You have the little control panel right here. Very cool. And like I said, you guys see the dust. I should have cleaned this up before the review, but I'm too stupid and lazy. But yeah, so yeah, this control panel, very cool. And the sticker on the side here, and on the back. I don't know what exactly, I guess it's just kind of like there for detail, but if you flip these up actually, you can see the little exhaust engines, whatever you want to call it, at the back of the speeder bike. Very cool. I like that detail. You can have, I prefer to have them laid down, but it's however you want to have it. It's very, oh, I just shot the spring-loaded shooter, which I was about to show. Oh, yeah, there it is. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I was about to show that and I just shot it. Actually, we'll put the Scout Trooper on it now. But, actually, yeah, the detail for anything else. I like this build under here, too. It kind of looks like the engine's right under there, and you got the tubes going all around this. That was a bit of a struggle putting on a bit, but it looks really cool in the end of it. People complain about the stand a little bit. They wish it was kind of like the translucent pieces for like the, not the rod pieces, but that's in general, just for like it's floating by itself. But yeah, actually, I don't really mind it. I like it in having the black stand, and it's perfect. It's not a bad build at all for holding this whole thing up. It's a little wobbly sometimes. You can see like right there, but other than that, it works pretty well. So I'm gonna put the Scout Trooper on here in a moment. It's pretty straightforward. You have these little pins on the bottom here, which of course you place his feet on, and then you have the handles here with the blue pin axle. Just gotta position him around a little bit. Turn his hands off to the side. Basically looks like he's driving a car. See him down there. You got the little seat part right here. And then you put the pin on his foot in between right there. I mean, you guys pretty much get it. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. I try not to have like this crooked all the time, so I try to straighten it out. There we go, like that. So it looks like the pieces are kind of like bending off to the side. Then there you go. There he is on the speeder bike. Very cool. And I prefer to have him on here when I'm holding it. Kind of looks like, yeah, if you're trying to shoot down like any of the Rebels or whatever, which we never really got up a set of. But basically for the spring-loaded feature, you have the Star Wars gun for like the spring-loaded shooter on the bottom here. It's a mechanism. Got a little trigger right here, and of course when you shoot this, it shoots out, which I just did accidentally earlier, and it happens a lot. So I'll be very careful if you don't want to lose any of these. But fortunately, on the bottom of the stand, we have an extra one. So, I mean, it's not going to help you much, but it's there for convenience, I suppose. But yeah, that's very cool. I like holding it like this, and I guess sometimes it's maybe difficult. I mean, it fits under my hand perfectly, I would say, especially have it down too. So that's very cool. Very cool speeder bike. Very cool set. I'm trying to think of anything else I have to say. I think that's pretty much it. So now, let's end off this review and I'll give my final thoughts. So that's pretty much it for this review. I just want to say as a final verdict, I love this set. It's great. If you ever had the chance to buy it still, I mean, it's been a year since it came out. It's going to be really expensive someday, but it's a great set. It's a fun, I don't know, it had a great build. I just like the Scout Trooper. Everything about it is really cool. I wish they made more vehicle sets. They were going to, but fortunately the line was canceled. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the set in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching once again. If you enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down. It's your decision. And the next time I'll be reviewing Darth Vader. I had to do that, I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Till then, adios.